What's going on, y'all? Welcome me to pod, man. Episode 44. Is that right, Abe? Abe, it's 44?
44 them things.
Man, these numbers are just flying by. I got to make sure sometimes, bro. If I fuck up.
I hear you.
But, yo, to the bottom of me, I'm just going to get started. With the introduction, man. To the bottom of me, because he missed the last episode. Is echoing again?
Oh, stop. No, stop. Immediately stop. I got it. Yo, welcome to Walk With Me, the podcast. One of your co-hosts, Conic God in the building. Because Jay is wilding to the bottom of you.
Hold on, what's going on, though?
That's egregious.
You hear? You nigga said to the bottom of me. Oh,
to the bottom of me is egregious.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Bro, we started. It's a brand new joint, bro. I can't say to the next. I can't say next to me.
Don't say bottom.
Shit different.
All right, bad. That was crazy. That was a little crazy. We keep it
bad.
The nigga with the shades, right? LFA, the final boss, yo. Y'all already know Tyler God, bro.
Yeah. We gotta get the little audio.
Tyler God, man. Yo, the nigga to the right of me, y'all already know, man. Con Wolf, Jordan, the guy who started this shit, man. Yo, give it up. What's good, hey, brother?
Peace. Yo, to my brothers, to the viewers out there. None but love, light. Shout out to my boy CJ. Happy birthday, my boy. Let's get it.
Yo, happy birthday, Chris. Chris, right?
Nah, my son Carl to AKA CJ.
I wowed out. You see?
Nah, yeah, it's all good, man.
You see, that's why people nicknames gotta be unique. Like
he moved to Atlanta, bro. So like it's different. Nigga, get around like that no more, but we still tapped in.
But y'all already know, man. JD, man, welcome you to pod episode 44, man. How's everything, man? Since D want to miss last episode, man.
I ain't miss shit.
What you mean you ain't missed shit, man? We missed you for the all-star reaction, man. We know the slam dunk contest is your favorite.
Oh no, not this year. What he was talking about in the chat, the 3-point contest. What you saying, bro? Go ahead.
The 3-point contest was lit.
It was lit. The 3-point contest.
It was Devin Booker's to lose, and he lost it.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to say it was Devin Booker's to lose when the 3-time champion was there too.
I was gonna say, did Book ever win before?
Yeah.
Copy.
Book won before, but this was his to lose. Booker, listen, if Booker didn't miss his 3 last shots, if he would have just made one of those 3, he would have won.
Just one. He choked.
So that's why I said it was his to lose.
He choked.
He a dribble shooter, bro. You can't.
He had 3 shots to make one.
Yeah.
Damn, and that's my guy, Devin Booker. But damn,
it came down to his last 3 shots. He couldn't hit. So it was his to lose. Shout out to Dame though. Dame did his thing. But
yeah, shout out to Dame, man.
The rookie's really good, man.
Con Canepu.
Yeah, his name is crazy. It's egregious, but he can play.
I already know what you're trying to mess it up to be.
Nah.
Once you heard Con Canepu, I already know what you're trying to change it up to be.
No, I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say
it. I hear you, bro.
Well, we talked about it. Let me ask you this though, before we get off All-Star Weekend. Me and Abe was talking, and we already know Damian Lillard and Steph Curry throughout the challenge. I don't know for sure if it was. I think it was Dame. Dame hit up Steph, and he said, "Next year we got to get all the best shooters, and we gonna get it." So I was asking Abe, who are the best? Who should be in the contest? If he's talking about the best shooters in the league, who should be in the contest? He mentioned Curry, Dame, Clay, and Devin Booker. Those are the names Curry.
KD? He threw KD in there?
Nah, he only threw out Booker. He threw out Clay, Dame, and Curry. We threw out 4 names. I think there's supposed to be 8 participants. So if I ask you, Steve, who should be the other 4 in that contest? Who should be the next 4 shooters?
Well, I'll be real. Just based off of his performance at this last All-Star 3-point shooter, I'm putting Khan in.
I said Khan.
I'm putting Khan in.
Yo, he's a rookie, damn near averaging 50, 40, 90. That's insane.
Yeah,
man.
That's insane.
I give it to him. But
no lie. him and Cooper, when it comes to rookie of the year, I know a lot of people are gonna have a foregone conclusion that Cooper Flag should win that. But I think they should have a real hard look at what Connor's doing. 54 to 90 as a rookie is insane.
I mean,
definitely a conversation. It's not easily dismissible. It's a conversation.
And then he's sharing the ball with LaMelo, with Brandon Miller, with Miles Bridges.
Hold on, let's switch that. Let's switch that. LaMelo sharing the ball with this nigga.
You got it,
because you know Con is the future there. Right. Con should be Con and Brandon Miller. Even though LaMelo Ball should be there too, but I'm not gonna say LaMelo Ball is untouchable.
Nah, I mean the thing I say about LaMelo, truthfully, and this is the sad thing about today's NBA and to all the kids out there, Pete, bro, the quality of having a top tier point guard on your team is so like underrated, bro. Like, understand him just having LaMelo there. Of course, I'm not taking nothing away from Con, nothing from B. Miller. They've been balling this year, but you got a stable point guard who can always reel it in. That's something to always be grateful, bro.
You're not even lying. Look, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I've been screaming for a point guard for Bam Adebayo, and they haven't found one yet. Just the fact that if you're big and or whatever, or you are any squad, to have a point guard that can give you the ball is special, man. And LaMelo Ball, what the Hornets been doing for that first half of the season before All-Star break was special, and he was one of the leading guys for that.
Amen.
But before we get into that one, because that is a good conversation. I need D to give me 4 names. I think we agreed on it was Con. So us 3 agreed on Con. So Con is the 5th guy. Are you throwing KD in?
No.
You're not throwing KD in?
I'm not gonna put him in there.
No,
you know who I will? You know who I will put in?
Who?
Trae Young.
Trae?
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'll throw in there? No lie, I forgot to mention him too. Tyrese.
Max, get out.
Maxey or Halliburton?
Halliburton. I've seen a clip on how he was in the 3-point contest a few years back. He hit 30 of them boys.
Yeah, his jump shot so unorthodox. People was hating, just like how when Lonzo first came in. Except he actually knocks it down. Niggas was hating on his form.
We talking about the best shooters. This guy was shooting. He was shooting at a good clip in the playoffs when it mattered. And he's a star in this league. So to have Tyrese Halliburton in that 3-point contest should be good.
I hear that.
I'll go with you with Halliburton. You want to discuss Trae Young?
Over Trae? Or are you doing both?
No, I'm put them both in.
We can throw Trae in there too. I also said other candidates goes for KD. It goes for Trey Murphy. It goes to Duncan Robinson.
I was going to say him next, believe it or not.
A lot of these guys is but if they talk about just stars, then they can go with the Brandon Millers, they can go with the Trae Youngs, they can go with the KDs. There's a whole bunch of names that could go into that 8th spot. That 8th spot should be for the viewers. The viewers that's watching, who should go in that 8th spot in the 3-point contest. Who's the best shooter in the league? If you had to choose 8 participants to go in the 3-point contest, we already got Curry, we already got Devin Booker, we already got Damian Lillard, we got Klay Thompson. Who should be the other 4? The viewers choose, man. Who y'all throw in there? But moving on to the second half of the season. After All-Star break, you already know teams they tend to crack to turn another gear, to go another level. Those teams, I told Abe, those teams that decided to tank, they out the game. They're going to start tanking. You're going to see a lot of star players taking the year off now. You're going to see little injuries, season-ending injuries, like the Sabonis's and the Zach LaVines. The Kings called it.
Right.
Kings called it. Milwaukee called it.
Sabonis out for the season. It's over. They said it's over, Sack.
It's over, man. Sack ain't have a chance. But there's teams also that is cranking up for the playoffs. That's cranking up for a championship run. So I'm asking, who are those teams? Who's the top 5 teams heading into the second half of the season, man?
Ooh, well, since for the viewers who just joining us on this journey, our pod used to be called Wolf Den Sports Show. So I gotta give some love to the Wolves. This boy Julius Randle, before All-Star break, putting up 30 plus. Actually, had a 40-point game. The top 40 had windmill. And right now, I gotta give Minnesota their flowers for the simple fact that they geared up for the playoffs. They got Io. I can never say his last name, from Chicago. Another guard to mix with Ant-Man. Conley's back still on that, being like more of the coach, but still helping the young guys like an Ant keep the temperament. He always was good at pace. And of course, you still got Rudy, but I really believe Minnesota. They believe that they can still compete with Denver. They've competed with Denver and OKC the last 2 years. So what's up? Why not run it back?
Would you put them at 5? The Minnesota Timberwolves?
I can see them getting into the fifth seed.
So let me ask you: Are they? Just to like throw it out there. Let's stick with Minnesota for a minute. I'm gonna throw out 5 teams, and you tell me if you think Minnesota is better than them. That's for you too, D. We could do Minnesota. This could have gone for any team, but let's just do Minnesota.
Yeah, I was just gonna throw 5 teams out there, being honest.
Let's just start with Minnesota real quick. Detroit.
I won't say they're definitively better than them. They may have a better record. Better record, yes, but like with those 2 teams, that's a good game. Didn't they fight last year?
Wait. Let me rephrase the question, because if those 2 meet up, Minnesota and Detroit, that would be a good battle. That would be a good battle. But when I mentioned top 5 teams in the league, I also got to put hurdles and what they have to go through in order to be 1 and 2 in the Western Conference. So that's why I'm like, Minnesota might be better than Detroit. They might be better than Detroit, or Detroit might be better than Minnesota. But as of right now, the way Detroit's playing, the way the record looks, I'll take Detroit because they deserve respect. They deserve their respect as a top 5 team in the league. They number 1 in the Eastern Conference. They number 1 in the league.
Yeah,
I believe so. I believe they dethroned Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, they've been OKC going into All-Star break was not good momentum.
Let me make sure before I tell the viewers though.
But you don't think, Jay, you don't think that Detroit's issues are similar to Minnesota's issues with lack of scoring?
They have similar issues. They have a similar team. That's why when you answered it like that, I had to rephrase the question, because if you just throwing Minnesota against Detroit, then yeah, that's a hit or miss. You won't even know who's getting out that series.
I want to see that game now.
They both got 4 to 5 stars that can perform. But if we talking about top 5 teams in the league, we have to give Detroit their respect.
Yeah, they've been doing it. In fact,
So
I would have to put Detroit up there. How about you, D? How you feel?
I want to be funny. I want to be funny for a second, right? So are you both telling me you trust Cade Cunningham more or less than Anthony Edwards?
Oh no, I got Minnesota.
No.
Go ahead, Jay.
We not saying that we trust Cade more than Anthony Edwards. They have similar squads.
No, I'm asking, because normally when we get down to the nitty gritty, it's gonna come down to that one star who's gonna take us there. So in that moment, are we saying we trust Cade more than Anthony, or Anthony?
It's not even Cade. It's
not at this time. At this time, you got to trust Ant more than you trust Cade. Ant been there.
But who else can step up and I'm not Detroit, for those who are Detroit fans, I'm not saying no one can step up, but who is going to be that definitive second scorer? You know what I mean? Like, who is that?
Right.
We don't know.
That was what I was thinking. I was like, now that they got rid of Jaden Ivey and they depending on Tobias Harris to give them a couple points. They depending on Duncan Robinson to be the shooter he is. They depending on Jalen Duren to be the all-star he is in the playoffs. My grit with Detroit, I do consider them a top 5 team in the league. But let's talk Detroit real quick. Detroit, they have the same problems as Minnesota. like they have a big that can't really space the floor in in Jalen Duren. And depending on who you start between Tobias Harris and Isaiah Stewart, Isaiah can't space the floor. Isaiah can't space the floor the way most of these elite big man shooters can. So it's like they have the same problems as Minnesota. Once playoffs start, Rudy Gobert gets picked on for the same reasons. He can't shoot and he can't defend, and that level on the perimeter. So it's like they have the same problem. They have the same space. And that my questions about Minnesota is my same questions about Detroit. How would they find enough points to score in the playoffs? When you depending on players like Tobias Harris and Isaiah Stewart and Duncan Robinson and Jalen Duren, and plus in Detroit, I think the only player averaging more than 13 points is Cade and Jalen Duren.
Because it's committee, they playing score by committee, to your point. And playoff basketball, like, let's be real, y'all. This is beautiful regular season, awesome. But in the playoffs, this is exactly why Minnesota hasn't won, because Rudy not being able to stretch the floor has bit them in their ass in certain games. So, like, to your point, bro.
He's one of the players that has the most to prove. One of the players that has the most to prove come the second half of the season. Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren. For that exact reason. Are you more Gobert in the playoffs than you are in the elite center?
Jared Allen ass. Nah, don't.
Are you Jared Allen? Like, who are you? Who are you in the playoffs? That's my question with Detroit. Who is Jalen Duren?
You won't hear me do this often, but I'm gonna come to Rudy Gobert's defense in this regard. Why are we looking at Rudy Gobert like he was dirting on whiskey? That was never his game. You gotta hold these people to what they're known to be.
I'm holding Rudy accountable for why he can't stay on the floor.
Right.
You are a defensive player of the year. And what you do, I always gave Rudy Gobert credit for what he does. He does it better than everybody else. Well, before Victor Wembanyama and them showed up. He does his job better than everybody else. But comes playoffs time, he's a cone. They pick on him. He's one of the reasons why a team would drop 30.
I agree with that assessment.
You a liability.
To an extent, right? Because why hasn't your coach put you in better positions?
What position you gonna put him in? He can't shoot.
Other than the bench.
Stop.
He can't shoot.
So okay, here's my thing though, right? He can't shoot. But are you gonna tell me Rudy Gobert can't catch a lob?
Not if there's four people, right? There's four niggas in the paint, bro. Think about real quick, Jay. Real quick. Think about how people treat Giannis in the playoffs. They packing that paint. Giannis can't. Nah, you're not doing none of that. Same for me.
It's not the offense. It's the defense. It's the defense. Once they put him in that switch, that belt coming.
Yeah, but what am I reaching for? Pause. How can I put this?
I hear you, bro.
Boom. Perfect example, right? Julius Randle, and this is no slight on Julius Randle because you guys saw the same games that I watched. He puts Rudy in some compromising position, in my opinion, because the spacing, taking dump shots, whether not looking for him, they got to work on that aspect. So I'm not going to put everything on Rudy. Like, when I watch games, I look at shit like that. Like, niggas who go put the blame solely on this person, and I'm like, whoa, he could have hit him off way earlier. You dishing it to the nigga in 2 seconds. He ain't never hit a three in the corner before.
Nah, it ain't even that, Ty. Like, all right, so before you can even get to that, what I'm talking about is like, all right, let's just talk about quick game one of playoffs, whoever it is. There's a strategy. We're studying film, and this is what I'm seeing. We not leaving the paint until these niggas hit at least 2 to 3 threes. If not, we stand in this paint. You know what I mean? We're like, all right, somebody's driving. We gonna go right to him. And then if they want to kick it, cool. You're gonna have to prove that you're gonna make a shot. And people and teams are willing to live with that, bro.
For sure.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to crazily disrespect Rudy Gobert because the teams he had been on had a chance to make finals, had a chance to win it all. Whether it was in Utah, whether it's here in Minnesota, they both made Western Conference Finals. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Utah was making the second round, but they were still making game 7s. They were still making it difficult for teams. My thing with Rudy Gobert is like I said, you can't be a liability on both sides of the floor. You can't be a liability on defense when they getting you switches, and then you can't be a liability on offense because you can't score more than 10 points without help. So it's like, what are we gonna do with you? It's good to put him in situation where we need rim protected. But it's got to be his spurts. He could only play about 15 a game.
Right. Why you think last year Mitch Robinson, he's their best, big man for the Knicks. When he comes in, he's there for that defensive stopping, disrupting. But in the playoffs, he can only play 15, 20 minutes max because of that, bro. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just something that you got to not pay attention to, but it's like chess type shit. Like, all right, bet. What am I willing to give up with this player on the floor? And with Mitch and Cat on the floor, giving up a little bit of defense. You know what I mean? Just a little bit, because now Cat's at that, a little bit more perimeter.
That's why those bigs that's why they was always clamoring for AD to run the 5. That's why they was always clamoring for Karl Anthony Towns to run the 5. It's because they can shoot and they can spread the floor and they can rim protect. So it's like that makes a perfect 5 in today's league. It's just now that the bigs are starting to become bigs again. But Minnesota to me is like they have the same problems and issues as Detroit. They have the same things that will make them successful. But as of right now, the top 5 teams, I would have to put Pistons there. I'm not too sure about Minnesota yet. They might be in the top 5, but I'm not too sure about Minnesota yet. I gotta go down through the teams.
I hear you, bro. And my bad if I wasn't clear. I wasn't clear actually. I was talking about Minnesota having the most to prove.
Okay.
I don't think they're like top tier.
I'll agree too. I'll agree with that.
Like, but top teams. What's up, Cleveland? Cleveland Valley.
Before I answer that, are y'all looking at them differently?
Honestly, I'll say this about that. I think of it like, see how Devin Booker has finally, well, not this year, but this year actually, he's not crazy point guard. He's actually getting back to being who he is, and he's like, oh shit, he can actually score. That's what I like to see for Donnie. Donnie could play make, but I don't want that nigga play maker. I want him going for 75 points, no assists. And with James there, he can do that. Like,
he want him to be who he is. Like, that's what he want to do. That's what he want to do. That's why he loved when Chris Paul was there.
Right.
He was like, yo, I'm getting all this. And then when I dish it out to you, your first reaction is to find me. I'm like, oh shit, he was in scorers galore.
It's true, man.
But I'm looking at Cleveland a little bit. Just because now we got somebody that can possibly make Evan Mobley look like one of them guys. So they got James Harden, no guy who's experienced. He almost made Clint Capella one of them guys. Clint Capella was looking like one of them guys. I knew Clint was whack. But I knew he was athletic, that could catch lobs. He could rim protect a little bit. I knew he wasn't gonna make it unless he had a player like James Harden. Understand? So imagine what he could do with Evan Mobley.
Right.
You know them niggas said the lights are too bright. The lights are too bright. They need easy buckets. They need spoon-fed buckets. The lights are too bright. They were scared.
That's crazy.
Yo, Daryl. Well, what Kwame told Kobe?
You said what Kwame told Kobe?
Yeah, what Kwame told Kobe when Kobe gave him the last shot, when the play was designed for him to take the last shot.
I ain't gonna lie, I forgot, man.
Nigga, you don't remember that? That was when they drew up a play for. Sorry, I'm going off topic. I was just bringing up the I'm sorry, but I gotta tell you the story. But they drew up a play for Kwame. Phil drew up a play for Kwame Brown, and he was like, "Yeah, I bet." When it was in the huddle, he was like, "I bet I got you, coach." Looking at Kobe like, "Yeah, I got you," because Kobe was like, "I'm getting triple team, so I'm gonna dish it to you. You score the layup. We out of here." He was like, yeah. Yo, they left the timeout, bro. They was heading into the floor. Nigga looked at Kobe. He tapped Kobe his shoulder. He said, yo, I'm scared.
Yeah.
He said just like that too, no emotion. He said, "Yo, I'm scared." They said Kobe called timeout. They just came off a timeout. He called another timeout and said, "Yo, Phil, get him up out of here, man. It's over. Send him at the end of the game."
Yeah. I remember now.
He had to take the shot. 3 people on him. He had to take the shot. He missed. He missed. But
that's bad.
He will always remember that story. He said, "Kobe, I'm scared." That's what Evan Mobley and Jared Allen probably told Donovan Mitchell. They probably tapped him in the shoulder before the Knicks series. No, after game 1 of that Knicks series, they probably tapped him in the shoulder and said, "Yo, scared."
And to be clear, y'all, Donovan, whatever y'all say about short guards, whatever. About them not winning, that's cool. But if your toughest player is your shortest player, now you really got issues, bro. Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's like the Knicks when they was like, "Oh, we signed Jose Alvarado for toughness." I was like, "Oh."
Yo, stop.
I was like, "What?" I was like,
True
what?
though. It's true, bro.
What?
Who he stopping? He's stopping Cade. He's still gonna stop Cade. Jalen.
Who are you fighting? You talking about you signed for toughness?
Right. Certain
Like,
people
look,
just do what they do, bro. Like
niggas signed Jose Alvarado to be run on test. All right.
He definitely not right on test.
what is this league
Let's see how
coming
that
to?
works. But I'm gonna name 5 teams and you tell me if you agree with them or not. You tell me who you will take out, or tell me if you agree or not. Top 5 teams heading into the second half of the season. Hold on, because I'm gonna clip this. Top 5 teams heading into the second half of the season. At number 1, we can't disrespect the Oklahoma City Thunder. We cannot disrespect them heading into the playoffs. They are the most feared. They are the most complete. They had just came off a title. Their MVP has some games now that he's sitting out. He's getting refreshed for that. J Dub should be back by then. I think I don't know if they the favorites to win it. They should, but I don't know if they're the favorites to me. But they definitely deserve to, during the second half of the season, to be number 1.
Yeah, they should. They should. But
I mean, they was number 1 the whole year the whole half until Shea went down and shit for a little bit, and now Detroit ended up.
But the thing I see with this team right now, and I'm not hoping for OKC's downfall. You already know SJ always was the person I elected for president. But anyways, this team has not had a time or a couple games yet as a complete team just yet. So I'm hoping that the next few weeks they could just, build their chemistry before the playoffs come.
But this the same team that won the champ.
No, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that was last year. You got to build the chemistry for this next war coming up. And if the chemistry off starting, not saying that they can't make it happen, but now you battling within and trying to compete against a team that is ready for you.
That is a concern. That is a concern. That's a concern I have for Oklahoma City Thunder as well. But I still have to put them number 1. Because even with all those, when they were still number 1. Even with J Dub down, they was number 1. So I have the same questions you have about Oklahoma, but I can't disrespect them. Those concerns to me is more for the chip. Like the reasons why I'm concerned to why they might not repeat.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. But that's what I'm saying. Championship teams is the small shit, and this year their small shit ain't been clicking.
Yo, they small shit can't be small shit when you got 7-6 coming.
Right.
when you got Nikola Jokic coming.
Nigga, Chet like, yo, help me.
Little things can't be little things.
And the Chet, you gonna have by next year, Chet, you gonna have to take some muscle milk or something, bro, because he going against Joker.
If OKC gets San Antonio, Chet, no, the eyes of the world is on him. Everybody gonna see. Can you stop him? This is what we drafted him for. Like, can he go 1-on-1 with Webbs?
Yeah, sure.
And that's what it is. But let me get through this real quick. I got OKC number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I got Detroit number 2. I got Denver 3. I got San Antonio 4. And I got New York 5.
Okay.
How do y'all feel about that list?
From a scale of 1 to 10.
What Stephen A said, it's fluid. It's fluid.
It's
8.
It's fluid.
You said
now it's fluid.
But that 5 right there, that 5. And it's not in no order. It's not in no order except OKC being at number 1. But everybody else, I think those it could be in 10. I mean, whatever.
I would take out the Knicks and put Boston only for the simple fact nobody had these niggas top 5, and they
You'll
are.
take New York out and put Boston.
They are the 2nd seed right now. Yeah, right now.
That's impressive. That makes me look at Jaylen Brown completely different. I'm telling you.
Nobody, but everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's over." Tatum going, it's lottery. They here, bro.
That makes me look at Jaylen Brown completely different. I'm not even gonna hold you. I have never thought this.
Other than that, that's a solid 5 for me.
How you feel about the list, D? List good?
I'm fucking with it.
I got another question for y'all. All right, so let me just ask y'all plain and simple. If I had to ask y'all today, which team coming out the West? If I had to ask y'all today.
What team is coming out the West, like going to the finals?
Yeah.
Fully healthy. I would have to go. Damn.
If you had to choose, it's a difficult question because we still got a second half of the season to go.
This might be a little bit of a cop-out, but I don't care. I'm going OKC Denver.
How about you, Abe?
I'm surprised, Ty. I'm so surprised you said that because this team has surprised all of us. We knew they was going to dominate, but they've surprised us in how much they are ready to dominate now. I got the San Antonio Spurs, bro. They have one of the most complete teams that could battle with an OKC, battle with any team. They got it all. They got the guards. I'm saying they got D-Fox, Stephon Castle, bro.
They got the 1A.
The X factor of their team, bro. Like if he want to chill, all right, this game is gonna be close. If he's turned, they blowing every team out because you know Wemby gonna be Wemby. So like honestly, I don't see. I'm not gonna say they're gonna just run the table, but like they have the most complete team to challenge all the teams that are at the top.
I agree with that too. I agree because San Antonio got a 1A that wanted with everybody. They got a 1A that wanted with everybody. He ain't ducking no smoke. San Antonio got a 1A that ain't ducking no smoke. San Antonio is gonna be feared for that reason because Wemby ready for anything. He ain't like he going into any round thinking he losing it. He ain't going to any round thinking he's the second best player in that series. He's going into that round thinking he winning that bitch.
And two, on top of that, I forgot Devin Vassell has been hurt the past few weeks. So like they got another shooter. Like they got niggas, bro.
They got bodies. That's a good pick. Both of y'all got good picks. I got OKC, San Antonio. But I'm gonna go with somebody different. I'm gonna go with a different team. I gotta go Denver. Denver always seems.
Denver.
You said I thought you said OKC.
I said OKC and Denver.
You can't choose two.
I said it was a cop out, but I said OKC and Denver.
Oh, all right, bet. I got Denver though, because he always just seems to be the guy that you have to go through. Don't matter how good teams look in the West, whether it's top 3, top 4, don't matter. You got to go through Nikola Jokic to win that. And if you don't wake up feeling your best, he gonna get you.
Right.
He gonna get you. If you gonna swing at Nikola Jokic, you better not miss. You better not miss. And for that reason, I got Nikola Jokic, man, coming out the West again. I got him again. The way Payne Watson playing, Jamal Murray All-Star. Aaron Gordon should be back by then. Cam Johnson should be back by then. He better fucking perform.
He back now. It's just he gotta get his legs under. He look weird.
Yeah, facts. He should have enough time to do that. But I got Denver competing for that, for getting out the West. I got them coming out the West. Who y'all got coming out the East?
Go ahead, Tom.
This could be a little tricky. This way could get tricky.
New York.
You got New York? How about you, Abe?
I want to go New York. That would be beautiful. That would be awesome. But there's one team that always fucks it up, and it's definitely the Knicks. So I'm not gonna go with them. Truthfully, until there's a team.
I was gonna say Brooklyn.
Hell no. They
No. That fucks it up.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. But I think truthfully, Detroit, bro. Detroit is all right. The reason why I say Detroit is because all right, Cade is not only a scorer, not only is he a playmaker, he's a killer. And killers are some people that you put a bunch of dogs behind that killer, what you think they're gonna be ready to do. And that's exactly the momentum that Detroit carries. They're hanging their hat on defense. Yeah, K's MVP worthy, but we a defensive team. Y'all respect that?
Abe's trying to go for that Minnesota Detroit finals. I see him. I see him trying to set that up. Man. I see him trying to get to the NBA script. He's trying to set that Detroit Minnesota.
People won't tune in for that.
And then also you got Mitch versus Jalen Duren. You already know he gonna eat him up, bro. Eat him up. Eat him up. He just
they gonna eat him up. I got no lie coming out the East, man. I got Boston. I got the Celtics coming out the East, man. I don't know, like it's just something about Boston that just I think they're gonna surprise a couple people. I don't like the Boston Celtics, but just this year alone, they look sneaky. I don't fully trust Detroit yet. They haven't been there. I don't trust all their scores. New York, that would be my second pick. I was close to picking New York right now, and that would be my safe pick. But I got Boston to be a little controversial. I'm gonna pick the Boston Celtics, man. Shout out Jaylen Brown. I got another question though before we get up out of here.
Why didn't you pick Toronto?
Pick who?
Ronald.
Toronto,
nigga. Brandon Ingram, Gorilla.
That's your team.
Nah.
You like Glorilla. Support her, bro.
Nah, he like Glorilla.
Support her, bro.
You like Brandon Ingram. Wasn't you on record saying he was the next KD?
Oh.
All right, let me ask y'all this real quick. I'm gonna name a couple players, right? And I need just for the season alone, I need to know if they have impressed y'all or regressed. So these are the players right here. I need to know if they impressed y'all or regressed. First player on the list, Sengun.
That's kind of tough.
Oh, it's not tough at all, bro. That nigga Sengun has regressed.
You think it's because of KD?
No, it's because of Amen Thompson not being able to shoot, right? So with him not being able to shoot, and this nigga don't play no defense, it cancels each other out. So now Sengun don't look as good as he used to last year. You know what I mean? Like,
he has his flashes.
Yeah, but
Sengun's nice.
It's packed. That midi is packed. It's him, KD, hey man, all the niggas running through there. How he supposed to score, bro?
Well, he's supposed to cut, but then you get yelled at about your point guard not to cut.
Sengun, I feel the same way. I feel like he regressed a little bit. He should have been being spoken of as one of the best centers in the league. I'm talking about top 3, and that's non-debatable for Sengun at this point in his career here, especially the way people was talking about Sengun. Not saying he's a bad player, not saying he's regressed as a player. I just think he's been the same he was the same player last year. And I feel like he hasn't I'm not gonna say improved, but it's still the same Sengun. I was hoping he was a little bit more dominant.
Top 3 is a little crazy though, Jay.
You said what?
I said top 3 is a little crazy.
I mean, Sengun is very talented.
I'm not denying that, but we're talking about, for sake of argument, a fully healthy Embiid, a Wemby, a Joker.
We wasn't thinking about Embiid.
I'm saying B wasn't even in this combo until like 3 weeks ago, bro.
But he's back.
At least top 5 center. At least top 5, and that's non-debatable.
I respect it, yeah. But I hear you, bro.
But I feel that way about Sengun. How you feel, D?
I'll go top 5, but I
He's impressed you this year.
The problem is he's played good stretches of basketball, and then it just seems to go haywire.
A lot of Houston Rockets fans is blaming KD.
Could be. They haven't really played together that long to really form a formula of how they should be a combination, if that makes sense. I'm gonna say he's regressed a little bit.
I got another name. How about Paolo Banchero?
Oh Lord.
Niggas call him PB. Niggas call him PB no J.
Pouring this water out. Pouring this shit out, bro.
They call him PB no J.
Whoa. I mean, he regressed. It's not that he regressed. All right, so his team had success in the early season when he was hurt. And instead of trying to ruffle feathers, he just was like, let me just, I don't want to do too much. I'm back. I'm healthy, but I don't want to mess up the chemistry of the team. And with him doing that, he lost himself, bro. This is a wash year for Paolo. I ain't even gonna judge him on this, bro. It's been a weird season.
I've been telling you at the beginning of the season, he takes bad shots. He hasn't improved since his damn near rookie year. He's regressed again. That's what I'm saying. He still takes bad shots. And now that Franz Wagner is going to take some time off, it's going to be more dependent on Paolo Banchero. But there's some people in the organization that are thinking about, is he even a 1A? Is he a 1A on this squad?
I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, but that's the running thing with Orlando. Peep this. They might be right, because Aaron Gordon, they did the same thing to Aaron Gordon. They tried to make him 1A, didn't work out. Right, and look where he's at. He went to Denver, plugged right in as the third option, and got him the chip. So like maybe
that might have to be Banchero.
Like maybe, bro.
And I like Banchero. I feel like he got the body, the skills to be one of them guys in this league. 27-10 in this league. But
not for nothing. I know he gets a lot of comparisons to Melo, but when you look at his game, he also, and this is no disrespect, because I thought this guy was an absolute killer, and he had one of the greatest nicknames in NBA history. He doesn't get talked about enough. Danny Danger.
Danny Granger?
Danger.
Yo, I'm crying.
Other than 2K. Who jackets Danny Granger, bro?
First off, Danny Granger was a shoe top. He could shoot the ball. To me, follow more Chris Webber. I'm talking about
facts, bro.
But I feel like Chris Webber, they basically the same player. Just that Chris Webber at that age and in that time, his style of play was better for that time than Paolo's is right now. Like, and Paolo's style of play could be perfect. It's just that he takes bad mid-range shots. You don't have a Jimmy for you to be taking those type of shots. Get to the rim. You should be getting to the line about 15 times a game. Easily.
Yeah, he got to get in the gym. Like, if he got really get in the gym this summer in terms of like
he pisses me off. He's one of those players that piss me off. I ain't gonna lie. But he's regressed to me. How about you, Abe? Paolo Banchero's be regressed.
I want to say he regressed this year. It's like a lot of shit. So I'll put it to you like this: when sometimes the wheel going and going and going, and you gotta look at it and be like, "Damn, this ship is already sailed. I gotta just get in where I fit in this year." Because something about that Orlando Magic team, and it's not just Paolo. They just ever since since the Cup, like November, December, they just don't look as cohesive as they did a year
They
ago.
still can't shoot.
I'm saying even on top of that, teams like a Charlotte coming in there dominating.
Yeah, because they just gonna clog up any team just gonna clog up the paint against Orlando, make them shoot.
So on top of all that, it goes into the coaching. So I'm not gonna bash the players all crazy. Some of this goes on their head coach as well. Put your mans in position to look good. I haven't seen no adjustments in that term from Jamal Mosley. So it's like, what you want Paolo to do? Is coach not making adjustments? You got Desmond Bain taking shot. I'm not making excuses for the man, but this team ain't much, bro. Like, what you want him to do? You got Desmond Bain taking all these shots. Jalen Suggs was supposed to be way better than what he is. He's a shell of himself right now. So it's like
the Magic's crazy, but a lot of that is definitely on their 1A. It's definitely on their 1A. Every team's 1A gets blamed if their team looks this way here. And Paolo Banchero he's not except for that. Paolo Banchero is a bad 1A in this league, and that's why the Orlando Magic look exactly how they look right now.
I'll keep it a bucket. If I'm Paolo, I'll ask to leave.
You asking what?
Asking to leave? I'm with you, Ty. That's crazy. Jay, you wildin', bro. This is you putting this season on him when the nigga started with a messed up hamstring.
My thing is with Paolo, if I've never seen it or seen somebody in that system work it and look better, then I would have probably been like, all right, I would blame him on the coaching staff. But when he went down and it was Franz Wagner, the team looked better. I was like, he ran the same thing Paolo ran. He was the small forward, bringing the ball up, assisting and doing all this and that. And I seen him work it. Once Paolo came back, it was the other way around. And I don't have a problem with his play style. I believe he's a great player. The bad shots has to go. That's not coaching. That's the player itself. Once the game starts going on, there's nothing the coach can tell you on how to play. That's why some guys get to the line. Paolo takes far away twos, damn near at the line twos. It might as well be a 3. That's how far he's shooting that 2, and it's like you a bully. You a bully. Put your back to the basket or drive it. You could get 15 free throws a game. Easy, 250. He's 250. He's 250.
I feel like you putting too much on this young man. Nigga still ain't like, I'm not saying he shouldn't be improving, but remember, this kid is 22, 23, so I can't expect him to make these changes that quick.
I told you, Cooper Flag already better than Paolo Banchero.
And they went to Duke. Both went to Duke.
And they went to Duke. If I had to do a redraft right now, I ain't gonna say redraft. I would ask you right now if you'll take Khan over Paolo Banchero. I ain't even gonna mention Cool. Khan.
For what team? What team specifically, for Orlando? Or
if you have to choose a team, if you have to choose a 1A, let's say Seattle, since Seattle's expanding. Since they talk about Seattle possibly. Let's say you run in Seattle and they told you, you get to choose either Khan or Paolo Banchero to build with. You going Paolo?
Me personally, hell yeah, because you know me.
I
love.
And that's a good choice. That's a good choice because it's like you already know who Paolo is. We don't know who Khan is, but we know who Paolo is. And Paolo's an all-star. He's 20. He's 28. I mean, he's 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. You know he can give you that. And his ceiling could probably be 27 and 10. Paolo Banchero, because like you said, he's 23 years old, and his ceiling could be higher. Like, he still has room to grow. He hasn't even hit his prime. Like I said, it's just something about Paolo I just don't like. And it might be a liking thing. It might be personal with me. It might be personal.
It's sounding personal.
But I just don't like Paolo. To me, he just regressed because the Magic is showing it that their 1A regressed. Or I'm not gonna say regress, but he hasn't gotten better.
Who, just to be fair across the board, who has Paolo played with that is the talent of a LaMelo Ball?
A LaMelo Ball?
Yeah, who has he played with that is the talent of a LaMelo Ball?
Franz Wagner.
You're gonna say Franz Wagner is the talent of a LaMelo Ball?
What's the talent of a LaMelo Ball?
Floor general.
Is Paolo better than the LaMelo Ball?
No, not to me.
Not at all.
You don't think Paolo better than LaMelo Ball?
No.
LaMelo gives too much. He could score. He could play.
Yeah.
You're not blowing past him defensively crazy.
I can't even answer the question because you already know I'm going LaMelo.
Feel me?
And that's LaMelo in Charlotte.
Right.
Like we don't even know who he is yet. And I'm talking about LaMelo.
We got an idea who LaMelo is.
LaMelo, we know him in Charlotte. Like this guy, this franchise is just there bullshitting.
OD bullshit.
So that's how he plays. Is that he's crazy talented. So his bullshitting look crazy. It look nice. So imagine that nigga under a system.
Right.
I feel like LaMelo's still young, so it's still like he hasn't hit his ceiling.
Look at Fox. Shout out to Miss Johnson for the head coach of San Antonio. Fox was killing in Sacramento, but now he under a real system for a point guard. You notice he gets named at 20 points a night just off of the offense, bro. Don't even gotta do nothing more. Like that shit matters.
Once you hit a player like De'Aaron Fox, I'll give you a good example. DeMarcus Cousins, right? DeMarcus Cousins in Sacramento, he was just whatever. Like let me give him my 25. And he was looking like a good ass talent, a great ass talent, like how LaMelo Ball does in Charlotte. Look how Boogie looked in New Orleans when he went down with Anthony Davis. He looked like a monster. He just looked more calm, and that's how I feel like LaMelo Ball is. Like right now, he's bullshitting in Charlotte. It looks crazy nice, but if he ever gets down to a system of a team that actually cares about winning, he's gonna look like a monster. He's gonna look like a monster, and I still believe in LaMelo Ball.
You cannot not believe. Look what he's doing with the team. Like finally got some killers in Charlotte.
Look at my guy, Brandon Miller out there wilding. LaMelo Ball hooking all of them up. LaMelo Ball hooking up Khan. Look at Khan. Khan getting his shots. And that's because we got a point guard like LaMelo.
I've said this about very few NBA players, and this goes especially true to LaMelo. The NBA is his sandbox. He's just playing in it.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for him to leave the sandbox. Like, it's going good fun and games and shit, but I'm waiting for you to hit big boy stage. And I can't wait to see him in that type of stage. I'm glad that the Hornets is playing good enough where they get to see probably a playing game and see how a playoff atmosphere is with LaMelo Ball there. Yeah, so I'm excited for them. I ain't gonna lie. Let me get to 2 more names, and then we out of here. Amen Thompson.
I wouldn't say he didn't regress or like improve. He's a specialist, and with specialists, like it's not about improving. It's just about honing in on what you do. So I wouldn't necessarily put him in that category. And then also, he is another player similar to Cooper Flagg who was put in a position at the beginning of the year, and then Fred VanVleet goes down. Now, I'm running point. Hold on. Wait, what? So this year I can't put that against. Now he learned how to play point 2, but at the same time he still be in the dunker spot. Like he's doing a lot this year, bro.
I agree. I agree with that. I feel like they're just throwing him into like every position. Like, yo, since he passes the ball, they be like, yo, you can run points. Since he could grab rebound, yo, you running power forward. You running the small.
Right.
Amen could do everything but shoot. But I feel like he hasn't been able to do that because when he comes into a season, like for example, this season, they probably told him already, like you're gonna have ball handling responsibility. So that's probably like things he worked on more in the summer. So I'm not gonna say he regressed, but Amen Thompson, eventually he has to get a mid-range shots, and year by year, that's what they're gonna be seeing if he is improving. If he's improving that midi, Because we ain't expecting a 3-point. Amen. Yeah, that's something that's going to take lethal shooter and probably Chris Brickley to.
I mean, it's possible. J. Kidd wasn't a shooter by the end of his career, all time in 3. Like Braun, not no shooter. Like
Brooke Lopez,
Brooke Lopez for sure.
Aaron Gordon,
the Nets.
Aaron Gordon.
Facts. Now Aaron Gordon can shoot a little bit.
Now he can shoot a clip. Now he's shooting at that clip.
Different.
Yeah, he worked on it, but he can shoot before.
This nigga.
But I'm gonna say MN Thompson is. I'm gonna say impressed because he was able to run point. I'm not gonna say at a great level, but that's another skill he was able to put down in his skill belt. Abe, Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell is not only has he impressed, he has surpassed. I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that real quick. Every bit of adversity Cleveland has gone through from last year, matter of fact, since the moment he got to Cleveland to right now, this nigga has kept his head down and been hoping. That's how you respond to all the bullshit, all of this small guard, this small guard. You don't hear none of that. He just come out, do his numbers. You gotta respect a player like that. On top of DG, not be in and out the lineup. These niggas was all hurt last playoffs. He still was like, nah, I'm here. Like, so with everything changing around him, James Harden here now, I'm scoring even more now. Like, what more can Donnie do, bro? He's impressed me, bro. He's definitely surpassed what I thought he could do, personally.
How about you, D?
I'm never gonna say he's regressed. Listen, I'm not even gonna say he's improved. Donovan Mitchell is doing Donovan Mitchell things. And I'm tired of the slander. I'm tired of the hate. Spider is one of them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
He's just doing what he do.
I'm gonna say this about Donovan Mitchell. I agree with D. Like, you can't say he regressed or you can't say he's. I feel like his prime is right here. Like, this is his prime years right here. With Donovan Mitchell. My thing about Donovan Mitchell is I can't say he regressed as a talent because as a talent, he's still putting up Donovan Mitchell numbers. Like you said, he's doing Donovan Mitchell things. My thing with Donovan Mitchell is he's regressed as far as fear factor. Like, we're not looking at Donovan Mitchell no more as like one of them young stars coming up. We're no longer looking at Donovan Mitchell as next year he'll probably figure it out. Mm-hmm. Donovan Mitchell has had enough playoff games, have enough playoff rounds to be considered one of the top players in this league. The only thing I don't consider him is a contender. The only way Donovan Mitchell could impress me more, because he can't impress me no more with his talent. He's phenomenal at that. Like he could score, he could play make. Donovan Mitchell as a talent, he's phenomenal. To me, the only way he can impress me more is by being a 1A to a team that you can look at and be like, damn, that team might win a championship. That team might be and then this year he has a team where you can look at and be like, yo, they might win a championship, and you still don't got them coming out the East. And a lot of that is because of Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. But a lot of that is because as much as we like Donovan Mitchell, we don't trust him as much as we trust other 1As in this league. We don't trust him when it came to the Knicks against Jalen Brunson. We didn't trust him when it came down to Boston and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Those are the same people he has to run into this year. Except now, Detroit is higher up in the standings. So now he has to run into Kate Cunningham. I ain't even going to say Paolo. But
I don't know if they making it, bro. They had to play in for a spot.
But Donovan Mitchell's phenomenal. I don't want to say he's not, because as a talent, he's phenomenal. I just feel as a 1A, we don't fear him as much as we fear other 1As, especially when it comes to contending for a championship. And in the regular season game, you look at Donovan Mitchell or the first playoff rounds, you look at Donovan Mitchell and be like, damn, he's dropping 40 points. He's going to drop 40. He's going to average 40. But then as it gets up and up and the talent starts getting up there, it's like, damn, how much trust?
I'm walking with you, but I got a problem. What would you say, in your estimation, and I could be batshit crazy, for me, Donovan Mitchell reminds me so much of that run D Wade had in 06. To me, he embodies what Dwayne Wade was in that season.
The only thing is, D Wade had that fear factor, and it wasn't D Wade. It was more so Shaq. Shaq had the fear factor where you could look at him and be like, "Damn, that nigga could win it." Donovan Mitchell, and it's not like I said, like I told Avery, it might be because of Jared Allen and Emmett Mobley. It might be because of coaching. It might have been because of Utah. It might be because of Cleveland. It just hasn't happened. We don't look at him and be like, "Damn, Donovan Mitchell might is to win that shit this year." We Cleveland looks good, even with the addition of James Harden, but we still don't have them as a top two. Some people do. I don't.
And you, I agree 1,000% what you just said, but that, my friend, ain't got nothing to do with Donnie. With a nigga, if your teammates, the lights is bright.
Oh no, he create the light. That's one thing I give Donovan Mitchell. The nigga gonna show up.
Jared Allen, the lights is bright. Yo, you saying that to me game one? Huh? Nah.
Yo, after game one, because I know they walked into the garden like, yeah. After game one, I know they was like, yo, I can't do it. I cannot do it, bro.
He was out there looking like Kwame?
Kwame, bro. If you sound like Kwame, bro, as a big as over. You saw how Kobe did them niggas. If Evan Mobley and Jared Allen would have set that in Kobe team, come on, man.
Trade. They didn't get traded the next day. They didn't even matter.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wave. Now, matter of fact, released. I got released from the team today.
Let's be real. How the stars too bright?
Released is crazy.
Niggas bought him out. Matter of fact, we gonna buy you out, bro. Fuck. How much are your contract?
Buying you out is even worse.
Yo, I'm crying.
That ass though.
Yo, with that being said, man, welcome me to pod, man. Episode 44.
44, man.
Episode 44, man. Welcome me to pod. We getting up in these numbers, man. We getting up in these numbers. Episode 44, man. Welcome me to pod, man. Todd of God, Carl Wolf, JD. Peace.
Listen, man. Like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. We in the building.
We your favorite podcast, bro. Remember that. Remember that. Yo, y'all already know, man. Take care. Peace.
Yeah, say the game.